Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Commodity TV here in Zurich at the offices of Zurich Invest. And now with me here is Gary Cope, the president and CEO of Barsele Minerals. And we are now moving to Sweden. Gary, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great to have you here. I think we spoke exactly 1 year ago. I think it was at the Dolder Hotel up there.
Yes.
So now we're here in the heart of the city. So 2017, what happened?
Oh, lots happened at Barsele. We've had Agnico Eagle drilling year round. Drilled 60,000 meters last year and upped the resource substantially, even though they upped the cutoff grade, and so the grade has gone up, and plus they added 400,000 or 500,000 ounces. So
wow, perfect. And where's the resource now standing?
About 1.6 million, and growing fast.
I like to hear that. Yes. Well, can you maybe elaborate a bit about the grades?
The grade is the cutoff on the underground. There's two portions Agnico did. One was an open pit cutoff at 0.4, and one was an underground cutoff at 1.66. Those are pretty conservative and serious mineable cutoffs. Yeah. So what Agnico was doing was basically a stress test to ensure that the work done to date and the ounces delineated to date would be mineable under today's standards. And I think they were successful doing that, and I think they're very happy, as are we.
Yeah, well, I believe that. And I mean, also, Agnico is, I would say, well known to be conservative and to work extremely seriously, right?
Very good. Yeah. Excellent technical. We've got a great relationship with them. We're very pleased, but they tend to be very conservative.
Yeah, that's right. And I think some days ago you brought out your best hole. 176 meters? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's probably the best hole to date of 400 and some drill holes that have been done on the property. It went through 6 or 7 zones. Right at the bottom of the hole, we hit 12 or meters of something like 14 grams. So it's got some high-grade hits. It's got a big intersection, like you say, 170 some meters of 2.5 grams. Very pleased and adding ounces.
Great. And from where did it start, the hole? Was it right from the surface, or what depth was it?
Well, the zone starts right from the surface, but I think the intersection started 200 meters or something down the hole, so 100 and some meters deep.
Okay. Wow, fantastic. Great. Yeah. So what is then, I would call it, the plan for 2018? Also from your side, but also maybe Agnico, because Agnico is working with you guys together in an earn-in agreement, right?
Yeah, Agnico has earned 55, so the joint venture right now stands at 45%. There's a further ability for Agnico to earn up to 70 by delivering a pre-feasible study. But that pre-feasible study is at least 2 years probably in the future. They would have to drill a lot to get to pre-feas. So we keep finding more and more areas which make them drill more and more infill, and you know, the thing is huge. People will realize soon how big this thing could get, but it's world class.
Okay, perfect. Is it like gold only, or you have also other metals?
The zone where the ounces are is a gold only zone. We do have a massive sulfide, small massive sulfide zone on the property, and Agnico's looking for more of those as well. But they would be treated completely different from the gold zone, whereas you would build a mill on site for the gold, and you would probably ship to one of the nearby mills for the massive sulfide ore.
I'm pretty sure you have had already a look, let's say, like metallurgy, like how is the geochemistry and all that stuff. Meaning, is it possible to get the gold in the future for future production out with a standardized process?
Well, one of the nicest things about this deposit is the metallurgy. Agnico's done metallurgy. They've come out with an average of 92.6 recovery. And the nice thing about the 92.6 is about 60 or 65% of that is recoverable by gravity only. So you've got a lot of free gold, a lot of visible gold. The rest would be done in a closed cyanide circuit, and which is done in Sweden, and many of the mines have that. So
that's easy, yeah?
Nothing new.
Yeah, but I think also with that gravity, then that must bring down the cost significantly, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And you've got no encapsulation or special treatment to the ore to get the gold out.
On what order we would talk about a possible production in the future? I know it's too early, but just for the, let's say, imagination of our viewers, do we talk about a project with 500 million and 200,000 ounces or 300,000 ounces a year? Or what could you imagine you can start with?
Well, Agnico, I think, has a threshold of a minimum of 10 years of 200,000 ounces a year. So they're looking for 2 million mineable ounces. I think they're there already. So it's past that stress test. Now it's drill, drill, drill to see how big the mill has to be, how big the mine has to be, how much open pit you can do versus underground. All those questions need to be answered in the future.
Absolutely. As I believe you are in Sweden, so the infrastructure must be extremely good, right?
Well, yeah. If you can imagine, northern Sweden has amazing infrastructure. I mean, we have a highway, paved highway, right through the property or to the edge of the property. We've got rail right at the property, goes to the smelter. We've got the cheapest, well, some of the cheapest hydroelectric power in the world at, 2 or 3 cents a kilowatt. We've got one of the lowest taxes in the world at a flat 22% corporate tax in Sweden. And then we have the ability, because we're in the north of Sweden, there's a bunch of incentives for hiring people. And so I think Agnico's in a pretty good location to find a mine.
Yeah, I mean, they're already producing out of Finland, so they're used to the northern countries, right?
Yes, and it's the Finnish team from Kittilä, their mine in Finland, that's actually doing the exploration in Sweden.
Fantastic. So how is the financial situation of the company?
Well, financially, it's a great question, because we're carried to pre-feasibility. So we don't put out any money whatsoever on the project. The only financial commitment we have is very few little salary. And again, in the Belcara group, we have 4 companies, so we share the salary. So again, there's very little gets used in Barsele. When we spun Barsele out of Orex, and that's how it came, and we put $500,000 went with Barsele. We now have $2 million in the bank due to the warrants. All the warrants have been exercised. So
fantastic.
It's actually gained money. We've never done a financing, and would never have to do a financing until at least pre-fees.
Fantastic. So after pre-feasibility, how would that work then?
They would the ratio would be 70-30, and we'd be responsible for our 30% of the cost of building.
Okay, so that means like on equity or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. So you have to deliver that, but then you have also then a 30% share in the production, right?
Yes. And we would imagine that it will be a 30% of a very, very big mine.
I believe that. Yeah. Fantastic. Well, Gary, thank you very much. That sounds like a fantastic game plan. And I would say you have with Agnico one of the best partners you can have in the world.
I would definitely agree. We're very happy with Agnico and how they've handled the project.
Absolutely. Great. Thank you very much. All the best. And look forward to an update then.
Yeah, great.
And keep it drilling with those results.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it was Gary Cope, the president and CEO of Barsele Minerals. And yeah, you heard it, with Agnico as a partner, things are going extremely well. They drilled already 60,000 meters last year. The company is well set up financially wise, because Agnico has to carry everything through until the pre-feasibility study is done. So then they have an earn-in with 70%. Barsele stays at 30%, and then they have to take care of 30% for their share of the production. But I think honestly, with that partner in backing the whole company, that's absolutely no problem to get that done. So I would say check out the company, put it on the watch list. Thanks for watching us. Bye bye from Zurich.